Welcome everyone to Lazy Short Dungeons, where Willem-Jan and myself will make a lazy short dungeon, a one-pager in one sitting, and we'll take you through all those little steps, all those brainstormy things to find one page to fit one entire adventure. Let's go.
Yeah, so including rolling the die, Pepijn.
Whoa, are we gonna roll a die?
We are gonna roll the die, Pepijn, today because we're gonna do a random thing.
Okay, but how do people know that we actually do a random thingy and not just rolling something and
Because
saying,
they can hear me roll the die.
fair, you can definitely hear the outcome of the die.
yeah, exactly. We also will be exclaiming the outcome at the same time.
Fair enough. Yeah, sure, let's go.
Yeah?
Yeah,
You
I'm
ready? You ready to rumble?
I am ready to rumble. The die.
7. See?
Yeah,
No,
that's
we
right.
are not in sync enough to fake that one. A bazaar.
How
A bazaar. What did you say?
How bizarre.
No, please.
But why specifically bazaar, and what were the other options for the die?
I will not tell because we can reuse them. I'm not sure if
The people can know. We thought that a lot of the dungeons are outside or in nature or in like a palace, but we wanted to be a bit more homey. So we thought of a couple of different houses and buildings you could find in a normal middle-aged city.
city-based locations.
City-based locations. But then we had too many.
Because
There's a variety.
So to prove how creative we are, we rolled one at random and we're gonna think of something right now. Pepijn, bazaar.
Yeah. I mean, there's little tents, there's stalls, there's all sorts of stuff being sold. Maybe there's stuff being dealt, if you know what I mean. Some
I don't know.
criminal, some crimes, maybe even.
Crimes.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So I'm gonna write things down, Pepijn.
Yeah.
The first thing is tents.
Yeah.
Stalls.
Yeah. Maybe a couple
Crime.
of carpets where people are selling their stuff.
Carpets.
Yeah.
Classic. Spices.
Oh, yes, absolutely spicy.
Okay, I can name a lot of things that are being sold there.
But the main thing is that they're all non-permanent spots, pretty much. And you got to
that's not entirely true.
No, it's not entirely true. But most stores there are like 10 or maybe 20 square meters, like not much bigger than that.
Yeah, exactly. So you have a lot of small rooms where very specific things are sold.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people in a bazaar.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that makes this a different kind of adventure. It's not sneaking around. Well, not in the same way.
You can still sneak. But it's more blending in than sneaking.
Assassin's Creed style.
Yes. And I don't mean the Assassin's Creed style that everyone goes in the bazaars and like stabs everyone like a murder hobo and then tries to see how many NPCs you can stab before the guards catch you.
Did you play Assassin's Creed that way?
I might have.
Why? It desynchronizes you if you kill civilians, I believe.
It does after some time.
Oh, man, you. Okay. Psychopath.
You gotta find the limitations of the game.
You were the one doing the crime.
Yes, absolutely.
So you have the blending in part. I think like oftentimes you have a central kind of hallway.
Yeah.
Where there's a lot of people. So that's an interesting area for blending in. Chases, very difficult. But otherwise, having one central hallway with a lot of
different shops,
directly to that hallway, to that central stream, is not very interesting. Like from a gameplay perspective, you want to have, I don't want to say a maze-like structure, but a maze-like structure.
It can be like it can be a maze-like structure, but you don't need it to actually be a maze. There's plenty of different shops, and you can have to visit different shops in a different order to actually get what you need. And in that way, it's still mazy without being a maze.
Problem with a setup like this, like a bazaar, is that you can tell your players, okay, you're in a hallway. There's 14 shops. What are you doing? That's too many options.
Yeah. Hear me out even more.
Yeah,
You can
okay.
still give them options for like a couple of stores, the stores that they are actually interested in. But if you let go of the idea that the bazaar actually has a proper way of where you can walk, you may have to pass through shops to get where you need.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
And you don't need to tell them what shops they're passing through, but you can have some sort of a random encounter where they pass through a couple of shops, which may be interesting.
Random shops with random people.
Absolutely. And all of those people actually want to sell you something. So the NPCs are constantly trying to get your attention. And that might be because they want to sell you something, because they want to distract you. There might be pickpocketers around.
A lot of D&D related games have combat.
Yeah.
If there's a lot of people around, that's a problem. You don't. Probably don't want them to die. They don't want to die. So you have a lot of very dynamic surrounding.
Fair enough. Do you want to put some guards on the top on the?
Yeah, but visibility is limited, right? If there's so many people there.
If they are high up, you could have like guard towers, or that they are just on the roof and they're looking down to see if there's something suspicious, and if they see something suspicious, crossbow. Pew!
That's a nice addition as well. Guards high up.
If you make too much of a mess of things, then the guards will get involved and they will rain fire from above. Good stuff.
Sure. What are we doing in the bazaar?
We probably need to buy something.
Yeah, that's a lot of times in a scenario you come across anyway.
It could be that we need to buy something. It could be that one of the stall vendors has a secret item that we need. And we are just told, go get the secret item from that shop, and then we try to find out which one it is. So it could even be like, you need to get the holy spice from the spice vendor from the bazaar. And then you come at the bazaar and there are 4 different spice vendors.
Yeah, how are we going to find out
which one is the correct one? Because you also want to raise the suspicion. If you're asking for the holy spice or something, if you ask that to the wrong one,
it's an illegal substance.
It's an illegal substance. And if you ask the wrong one, you're like, wait a second, I'll be right back. And then he goes and get the guards.
Oh, and they will rain fire
from above.
Nice. Okay.
Fire from above, yes.
So you need to be careful.
Yes.
But you know what you want.
Yeah.
And that stuff has certain properties.
Yeah.
And you can test those properties on the different spices.
But you're going to draw attention.
So
we could have like a attention meter within this.
Yeah.
To have some sort of a timer within it on how much heat you're gathering.
Rising pressure.
Yeah. And the more heat you have, the more the guards will be looking at you.
And at a certain point, they become hostile, of course.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They'll try to arrest you. Or rain fire from above.
Rain fire from above. Okay, we have a mission.
And the mission is flawed in the sense that it's incomplete initially.
Yeah.
So how do we tell the players while playing more information on whether they're on the right path?
I think you need some clue system.
Yeah.
So you need certain clues to identify the substance. You maybe start with a clue, but you can gather clues along the way, either from shady individuals who don't have the substance but know of it. So they can provide you additional clues. But interacting with those people raises suspicion.
If you do it in an obvious manner.
Could raise suspicion.
Yes. If you separate them somewhere or have a good idea to have a distraction somewhere, you can do things unseen.
Yeah.
But you will need to make it a bit more special to not raise the suspicion.
Yeah. Give up some kind of resource.
Absolutely, they might have requests for you. Well, sure, I can help you. I've heard about this substance, and I know things about the vendor who sells the actual holy spice.
Exactly. Clues about the vendor as well.
But I will only tell you if you bring me this from the other vendor or bring me some other item from another shop. Yeah, if I've seen this beautiful blowpipe, I really, really want it. And then you can be like, well, you can distract the guards or you can try to steal the blowpipe for him. There's all sorts of ways in which you can help him get his stuff. And then he can tell you like, yeah, the vendor you're looking for, he has a mustache. And they'll be like, 3 out of the 4 vendors that sell spices have mustaches. So one of them is not the vendor. That's the information.
Yeah. Okay, that's one way to find clues.
Yeah.
Maybe we can try to give some properties to the substance that are identifiable. Maybe an effect it has on the people around it.
True that. We should give it multiple properties.
Yeah.
Such that you only know that it's the real stuff if it matches all those properties.
It's a logic puzzle.
Yes, just throwing water over it is not enough. You'd have to give it to someone and see what they do. You could say, well, if people inhale this, they will scream hysterically, and in that way you can even use it properly. But if you make a bit of a mess at the spice shop and it gets airborne, your whole stall is going to go berserk.
Or even more so, make people hostile to also sprinkle in some combat kind of encounters.
It makes people hostile. It reacts to water. How does it react to water? Does it glow? Does it melt? Does it give up smoke?
I think the smoke thing is nice because it's also useful.
Yeah,
it's very obvious, so another raise the alarm kind of thing. But it's also useful for escape or to be able to steal more of it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So that's 2 things. I'd like a third one at least.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, the trigger is the more difficult part than the effect. Like I can think of more effects than I can think of trigger.
If it's set on fire, it could stink a lot.
It's a little close to smoke, but I do like the setting it on fire because then the action itself is very obvious.
Yeah.
And the effect doesn't necessarily even have to be.
No, it doesn't give up smoke when it's just it glows up, but it stinks like hell. Again, it's noticeable.
Yeah, but the fire is noticeable already. You don't even need a noticeable effect because the trigger is its own.
So, but then how does it differ from other spices when you burn it?
Well, I was thinking, if you set it on fire,
yes,
you can speak to the dead. You can speak to somebody who died. So
wait, if you set it on fire, if you
set it on fire,
yes,
that's what makes it holy. That's what makes it a holy.
Fair enough.
Holy spice.
But then, how do you speak to the dead by using
in the fire, like Sirius Black in Harry Potter? Its face, depending on which part you watch, its face emits from the fire, and you're the only one. If you set it on fire, you're the only one able to see it. If the other people cannot see this person.
So if it's set on fire by not a person directly,
there's always somebody who set it on fire.
I mean, if you like threw a torch from a couple of meters, do you still see the person in the fire?
Well, you could, but the fire is too far away.
Yeah.
But if you would then go to the fire, you would see the face of the bird. I'm not like the face in the fire isn't necessarily the thing I want to focus on too much, because I'm fine with changing that part. But it's like the effect is a useful thing.
Yes, I'd like to swap it out with that water thing. Maybe that you could like have some smoke, and the smoke becomes a face
Fair.
that talks to you. The interesting part about that is that it's a visual effect. The
Fire isn't visual enough for you.
No, that's a visual effect, and we already had an audible effect. And I was looking for another sense.
But you can have okay, fair.
So it could be very itchy. So with feeling, you could have something that it smells, or the last one is it tastes weird. But who eats spices?
Well, the people who then scream or become hostile.
Yeah, absolutely. But if you set it on fire, then it's a visual effect. But if you make it wet,
if you set it on fire, the area around it, you can't cast magic in it anymore.
It's a magic shield.
It's a magic shield if you set it on fire.
That's lovely.
See,
that's lovely,
and it's not an
absolutely
effect.
And then with the water, we can still do the talking to the dead.
Yeah. I like. But as you said, it has these three properties. But there are spices that have each of those properties.
Yes, that will still make people hysterical, or specifically let you talk ban magic. So one vendor sells the real stuff, which does all three.
Yeah.
The other vendors
cut it up
in a way that it only does one of these three. So if you do a test, you are not sure until you do a second test. And only if it has all three of the effects, it also has the secret effect, which the guy who got you the job.
Yeah, he wants all three.
Yeah, he wants all three.
Because that's the stuff that sells.
If it has all three, if it's completely uncut, it might have a different effect, which he doesn't tell you on forehand. So initially, the adventurers do not know how the tests work.
Well, they might know one or two, like maybe not all, but having to. You can do this in two ways now. Either finding the right vendor, or finding the right substance.
Yeah, fair. What's more interesting?
I don't know. I think both are interesting. But in one case, you need information, namely who is the vendor, and you need to get it from whatever low life lives there. In the other case, you have the information. You do know what the spices do. Like you do know what three properties you need, but you have to do a specific action to actually find out. And I think those three actions, they all raise suspicion.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are annoying. And you can also combine the stuff. You can like do the water experiment, and then talk cross off one of the vendors. Then talk to the lower life, cross off another vendor. There's a third way to find out who did it. That would be great.
That's gonna be too complicated.
No, I have one. The three vendors who aren't the official one are guards in disguise, and will pull away their disguise once the attention meter goes full.
Ooh.
So you'll have the attention meter becomes a clue kind of thing.
And if you ask them for the holy spice, they will also just straight up arrest you, I guess.
Because they're guards. So
they're guards, and it's forbidden.
Yeah, but that also means that if the shit hits the fan and everything explodes around you and the attention is focused on you, you have a last chance to get the right guy, because the other three changed into guards. And
fair enough.
But there's a lot of chaos now.
But you still need to be like a bit more incognito before you actually can get to your vendor and make a
Yeah, whatever. Because
buy
he
some.
doesn't want to get in the
But
wrong
he's not going to sell you the stuff when you're
when you
chased
have
down.
5 stars.
Yeah, when you have 3 guards standing around you, like,
Stabbing you.
oh,
But it is obvious who it is. So that's the
yeah,
third way to kind of find out who it
yeah,
is.
I like that.
So
I like that. One of the interesting things about this setting is that if there's a fight somewhere, there is so many items around that you could use to
yeah,
fight, to flee, to make a distraction. We could give a couple of examples for stores, like 4 or 5 random stores that you
yeah.
could go through.
There is Chris McDowell, is a designer
Hmm.
who made think maybe I don't know if he was the originator of this idea, but it's spark tables, and it's a D6 table. It is not one D6 table; it's 2 D6 tables that you combine.
Yeah, it's 36. Yeah,
The result is 36 things that could happen. Yeah, but it's only with 12 entries, so you can have what does this store sell and how does the vendor treat you kind of spark table.
oh yeah.
Where like each store has around
Mhm.
36 dynamic but original stores.
What does he sell and how crowded is it?
Not necessarily crowded because that's a very linear scale, but how does he treat you? Is he immediately
Oh,
hostile?
fair.
Does he really want to sell you stuff? Is
Yeah,
he
yeah.
really creep? I don't know, stuff like that.
Yeah,
We
I like
can
it. Sure.
maybe
So
figure it out a little
we'll
bit.
make 6 characteristics on how the vendor will treat you,
Yeah,
or what the vibe of the shop is.
yeah,
You could even make it a bit broader. It could still be that it's completely overcrowded and you cannot properly
yeah.
move there.
Overcrowded is one of those characteristics I would say.
And then as well, the complete opposite. It's completely barren. There is no one in the shop because he probably sells his wares for way too expensive.
Completely empty.
Yeah,
Very hostile. I think hostility is
yeah,
very
absolutely.
hostile. Obviously drunk or drugged or
Yes,
whatever.
drunk vendor, absolutely gorgeous. It could even be a vendor who just runs a thieves guild and tries to get you in, tries to sell you stuff, and in the meantime, some of his
Oh
men
yeah,
are trying to rob you, and that could still be any store.
yeah.
That's 5. What are we missing?
I don't care. We can go. We will figure out a sixth one. I'm sure.
Yes,
What kind of stores? Weapons for sure. We don't.
pottery.
Sorry.
Pottery.
Yeah. We don't need spices because we already have spices.
We already have
at
spices.
the
Yes.
center of our. Um,
You could do a butcher.
oh yeah, yeah. Butcher. I like butcher. I was thinking about jewelry
Yeah,
because it's
absolutely.
very tempting to rob.
It is very tempting to rob that. I thought about a tattoo shop.
Oh yeah, people like tattoos.
Now, what are we missing? We got the high end stuff like the jewels and the weapons. We got the more the surface minded things with tattoos. We got the
Pottery and butchery are
yeah.
more basic materials.
That's
I
still
like the
missing.
service thing because I think it's more dynamic gameplay.
You could have a barber.
Yeah.
You could have a doctor.
Potion seller.
You could have a priest.
Like if I imagine a priest in a location in a city, the bazaar and the sewers, I guess would probably be the last.
But it will be a priest of a different faith,
Yeah,
like a
priest of
just
many.
preaching or something. No, but you pick.
I think preacher. If we change it to preacher, we also directly have interaction with the players. An overcrowded preacher, sure. Completely empty preacher, very hostile preacher, obviously drugged preacher, pickpocketing preacher.
I love it. Okay, let's go. Let's go. From the 5 different type of shops, like what the vibe is, different vibes. So chaos wise, the drunk one is chaos, the crowded is chaos.
Okay, how about this one? The store owner obviously is hiding a body somewhere.
It's a bit suspicious.
It's like, oh yeah, no, there's nobody here.
I do not know Jones Sark.
Never heard of.
Never
Jones.
heard of this guy.
Do you want to tell the guards I never ever? He's missing.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah. Have you heard about Dennis? Yeah. Dennis Hardy. Yeah. Oh man, Dennis Hardy. I've never seen him, but
if he would be here, I would tell you immediately.
Yes, indeed. And Dennis Hardy, he always said, "Well, you can trust me."
He trusts me. Yeah, we are best friends, but I haven't seen him.
I have never met him.
Like that.
Yeah. I mean, that with a butcher is the best shop, I guess.
Yeah.
That with the potter, you can have bits of the guy laying in the pots. With the tattoo shop,
with the jewelry, you don't immediately know where he gets his jewels from.
Yeah, you could have like a gold tooth as a ring. All right, so we have our random shops. It's very space efficient.
I think tents are very interesting.
Yes.
And I don't think you have very many opportunities to interact with them in D&D because oftentimes dungeons don't really have tents. So I like the tents.
Yes.
And I think it makes traversing them very easy because you can always just like cut through.
Yeah, you can lift stuff.
Cut through. I really like the tents.
Yeah.
Tents everywhere.
It's fucking intense.
I never know how to respond to these kind of remarks, Pepijn. I never do. And especially not on the podcast because my disappointing face does not translate onto audio.
No, it does not. I can tell you right now that the disappointment on your face is visible.
Thank you. That's for the listeners.
So we have tents, we have a goal, we have... do we need specific items?
Well, I was thinking about that. We have... I like maybe a little more, but the spice thing, we kind of have 4 items there.
Yeah.
Because we have different denominations of the same spice. And it is a very useful item, or at least very, very versatile item.
Yeah, indeed. And there's still like every 6 of the 6 shops can have like items. You can have like you have 1 or 2 items that are sold in that shop. So when in the weapons department they sell arrows and knives.
I don't think we need to specify
you don't need
that.
to put it down, but they could still have that every one of the shops has 1 magic item. Or is that too much?
Well,
or you could say that they don't all have a magic item, but like 1 or 2 of these shops has a magic item.
1d6 chance of having a magic item.
Yeah,
because that could be. Now you roll 3d6.
You don't want to bind them to the shop.
No.
So this is like the third d6 for the randomness for the shop. You can have that in 2 ways. You can say like if they are the same number, you get the magic item.
But then you have an overcrowded weapon will always have an item, and a completely empty.
Yes, true.
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
I think that just works. But then you could.
We should define the 6 magic items, and it should be simple. The magic weapon could be either more damage, or it could be a throwing dagger that can't miss.
Dagger cannot miss. Yeah. Okay, pottery is a pot of holding.
Oh yes. The butchery. Just thinking about like a healing stew or something.
Heals minor damage.
Yeah, heals minor damage or an infliction.
Jewelry.
You can have a ring.
Yeah.
A casting ring that it could cast like little fireballs, which could be handy if you were to try to set something ablaze.
Yeah, exactly. Tattoo. I like magical tattoos.
I do like. I'm a sucker for magical tattoos as well.
If you and your friend both get a magical tattoo, you can telepathically communicate now. Over great distance.
I like that. But mostly the 2 people thing. If 2 people have their tattoo, They will have a compass, and it will point to the other one.
Oh, compass. The preacher.
He might actually bless. Well, but we're also looking at. So this is a preacher who is hiding a body. That's when you get the magical
Oh, that's
item.
true.
So he might give you the hand of the body or something.
You can just have an animate hand.
Yes,
He animated a hand, and that's now your pet.
I like that. I love that. You have a fucking it's. I mean, especially I'm seeing the connections now. The pickpocket guys, they tattoo you, and while they're tattooing you, they are robbing you blind, but you still have a magic tattoo. I love that. And the overcrowded.
I cannot change the table now.
No.
I might still do that though.
Yes, you might, but the hiding body preacher is the magic item.
Okay.
That's gotta be right.
Yes. But the thing is, this is an adventure.
It is an adventure.
We are kind of done.
We have a location. We have a theme. We have a goal.
Yeah.
We have magical items. We have NPCs, the store vendors.
Yeah.
Do we need to include some infiltrants who are running amok and are giving them information about the vendors?
Yeah. In my head, we have a group of people that can tell them about vendors, but they have to do some kind of pay them off, have some kind of small quests for them.
Or they actually might want a specific item.
Yeah, exactly. Might want a specific item, or just your association with those people raises the level of attention.
They could just ask for a normal item from one of the 6 shops who are around. They'll be like, yeah, I'm really interested in helping you, but I'm gonna need a lamb chop.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to feed my family. And I told them they would have lamb chop, but I forgot my wallet. They could ask for anything from the 6 shops we already said.
Yeah. It's great. You don't know anybody here, but you'll get to know them through interactions.
Yes, and there'll be guards upstairs raiding fire from above.
Yeah.
They can walk through the bazaar as well, a couple of them.
Yeah, certainly.
You'll see them.
And if shit hits the fan, you have to get through stores very fast.
For this heat system, do we need to define more about that?
I think the defining things is nice, even if any GM could just
you could wing
add some stuff or have some stuff.
Yeah,
delete some stuff from the system, but having a few triggers is nice.
If you start a ruse twice, you'll get to heat level 1, and guards will look at you if you pass them.
How many heat levels do we have?
I'd like 4. Yeah. And with level 4 being they are actively trying to take you down.
Yeah, you start at 0.
Yeah.
Right?
And 4 is they want to capture you dead or alive. And then 3 could still be they want to arrest you.
Yeah, hostile till death.
So 2 could be that they trying to look at you.
Actively searching out.
Yeah, and actively are keeping an eye out for you. So if there's a guard somewhere, you'll need to distract it or you'll raise the heat even more. 1 could be...
They have seen your face.
Yeah.
So if shit happens, you'll be on the suspect list.
Yeah, sure. They're not actively looking for you, but if they see you, they will be like, stay out of trouble, you. I'm keeping my eyes on you. And hey, come here, you.
We have to sound clip your thingies and just tell them to anybody running the dungeon. Like it.
Do they step up a level in heat after 1 encounter or maybe 2 encounters?
So, like I would say, stepping up every time, but maybe there's ways to reduce.
Oh yeah, I'd like that.
Specifically, bribing guards.
Yeah, or they could forget if you lay low for some time.
A day later, you lose 1 level.
You could see a guard standing around at the jewelry shop, but he has a fucking fancy tiara. None of the other guards have a tiara like that.
Interesting.
And especially if it's like the shop where they're hiding a body, where you see a guard.
You are so obsessed with this body. I should never introduce the body.
You introduced the body.
I know.
It would be so good if a guard was around there who was obviously bribed in that shop.
Fine. Very happy with what we have here.
That's a lovely bazaar we got right there.
It's bizarre.
It is. So there's stands, there's a bazaar, there's spice. It's gonna be it's not necessarily gonna be a good time, but it will be an interesting time.
It will be. Thank you, Pepijn. Thank you, Pepijn, for being here.
Yeah, thank you, Willem-Jan, for hosting.
Oh, no problem. Yes, so everybody, you can find the dungeon in the description of whatever podcasting video platform you're listening this on. If you like what we do, please subscribe, like, rate, do whatever you can to help us get into the stream of the algorithm.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends, show your friends, hook your friends. And we hope to see you around next time. Goodbye.